It says in the diagram, line L is parallel to line M, and P is parallel to Q. Mark that. Parallel. Remember, you can use those little feathers, or you can use triangles. I don't care, whichever ones you want to use. If they have two sets of parallel lines, then you need to use a different number of triangles than second time. Just like when you mark angles congruent, you use 1 and then you use 2 if you have more than one pair. Do what I'm trying to say? Okay. Find the measure of each angle. They give us this top right corner to be 42 degrees. We have to find these other 8 angle measures. Let's just go in numerical order to start. What's the measure of angle 1? Why is it 42? Because why? But same sides say they're supposed to be supplementary. So why would it have to be 42? Good, because their corresponding angles are in the same spot. Awesome. Okay, to number 2. Kendra, how can I find the measure of angle 2? Good. Angle 1 and angle 2 form a straight line, so they have to add up to 180. That's supposed to be a 42. 138? Yeah. Good. Brian, how about angle 3? What's the measure of angle 3? Why? Good, because it's vertical to angle 1. Lindsay, how about the measure of angle 4? Why? 4 and 2? Here's 4 right here, right? Yeah. Here's 2. If they have to make a 180, then they've got to be like same side interior exterior. Oh, okay. How do you want to classify 4 and 2? Because they're both above the transversal and then to the left. And since the lines are parallel, then corresponding angles have to be what? Yeah, so what's angle 4? Good. Megan, how about angle 5? Why? Yeah, because it's vertical to 4. Nick, how about angle 6? Why? Yeah, it corresponds with the original 42, so this guy's got to be 42. Ross, how about angle 7? Reason? Yeah, it's supplementary with the 42 Nick just gave us. Trevor, how about angle 8 here? Why? Good, because it's vertical to angle 7. Yeah, you could say 8 corresponds with 4, so that would make it 138. You could say it's an alternate exterior with 6 also. There's a bunch of reasons on these. 5, sorry. Yep. Okay. Cool, flip it over. So this is more of your homework today, finding angle measures. You like this better than proving? Most do. Okay. Number 4, in the diagram, line L is parallel to line M. We have to find the values of A, B, and C. I'm going to highlight my parallel lines, just in case you didn't see them. And we have 2 transversals. Remember, a transversal is a line that intersects 2 other lines. Let's look at the one on the left first. When I highlight them, I'm going to try and find the angles that are formed by the parallel lines and that transversal. So if I look at 40, it goes from the parallel line to the skinny line. It's not using these 2 lines, so I'm going to ignore it. I go over to 65. It goes from the parallel line to the transversal. So I'm going to pay attention to that one. Angle B, from the transversal to the skinny line. ignoring it, because it has nothing to do with the parallel line. A, parallel line to the transversal, so I'm going to pay attention to it. C, ignoring it because it's not touching my transversal. So ignore B, C, and 40 and look at 65 and A. How would you classify them based on the transversal and the parallel lines? And if the lines are parallel, then alternate interior angles have to be what? Congruent. So what's A equal? 65. Good. Because it didn't go from the parallel line to the transversal. It just goes to this skinny line. You see? See. Now I'm going to go to the other transversal. Now, Micah, C goes from the parallel line to my highlighted transversal, so I'm going to pay attention to it. Which other angle does also? 40, good. What kind of angles are C and 40? Alternate interior, because they're inside of the yellow lines. So since the lines are parallel, the alternate interior angles have to be what? Anyone? Congruent. Yeah, what's angle C going to be then? 40, good. Hey, now I have to figure out how to find B. Any ideas? Why 180? Good. A, B, and C, these three angles make a straight line, so they have to add up to 180. So add the two I know, and I get 105. And then subtract that from 180, and you should get B to be 75. When you're doing your homework today, when you come across a diagram, don't be afraid to put it on your picture, draw it on your paper, and highlight it. Okay? Obviously, you can't highlight in the book, so draw it on your paper. All right, number 5. A and B are parallel, and then C and D are parallel lines. It says using the diagram, find the measure of each angle, and then justify your answer. The justify your answer is like on number 3 when I was asking you why. So if you're saying it's 72 because they're vertical, then write 72 and then put vertical behind it. If it's because they're same side interior angles, then write same side interior angles next to it. You don't have to write out the sentence when it does justifying. Just give me your shorthand. It's because they're alternate interior angles. So I'm going to give you a minute or two here.